Vaalix if he's going to be playing it, but we'll see. And the Witch Doctor coming up from Alliance. This is East to a certain extent, but then again, I guess a lot of these drafts do nowadays. But
yeah, I mean, there's definitely
similar.
a lot of like copying, or not copying, but like trying to emulate the best teams.
Yeah, I mean,
that
they're taking what works.
Every patch. Yep.
Right. You're taking what works and you're making it yours, opposed coming out for Alliance. And this is a good draft, I feel like, from both squads even. There is a lot of survivability for flankers plus C captain, and there's a lot of burst damage for Alliance. So it's, you know, an immovable object going up against an unstoppable force to be.
And look, it is going to actually be a Loda Brewmaster. So I wonder if he's going to be playing that in the mid lane or the safe lane.
I think safe, probably.
Safe,
we haven't seen safe lane brew too often recently.
I think EG pretty much only runs safe lane Brewmaster, correct? Because they like RTZ to have those like farming carries mid.
Yeah, but he's been playing a lot of the safe lane too recently.
That is true.
Which is the thing. He's
I
been
guess
playing.
They mix it up a lot.
I don't know. He's been playing a different number of heroes. He's played Storm, I think, in the safe lane. He's played maybe Terrorblade in the safe lane. He might have played it mid as well. I'm not sure. They have a lot of options though. So
yes, they do. Though it is going to be, it looks like he's actually running towards the safe lane, although that doesn't give too much information because Lycan's actually starting with a Stout Shield, Quelling Blade, and Tango. Oh god. Is this going to be a jungle / offlane Lycan?
Considering
or is he just starting with these items? I'm actually, I don't know what's going on right now. Because if I look at all of their items, it's actually very difficult to tell what's going on. Because it looks
first Shakir with Ward. He's not a core, I don't think. I mean,
oh, okay, Minut's changed his items. This is making a lot more sense. He actually had a wand, and I was very confused for a second. It's like, why does Minut's have a wand?
He's going up against the Bristleback. Yeah, that would make sense. I don't know what's happening yet. We have to wait and see how the lanes do shape up. Again, this is 4AC versus Alliance here.
God.
Last game of the day.
Minut's in a wand. Jesus Christ.
Let it go, dude. We're going to jump into the game here. Ake is playing your Witch Doctor on Alliance's side. Loda on your Brewmaster. And that'll leave Minut's playing your Puck. We will have Snoy, parentheses, V, parentheses on your Lycan. And then in the top lane is going to be Nikwa on your Jakiro to round out your Alliance lineup.
30 seconds to battle.
Oh, it actually is going to be that offlane Jakiro. So, like I was saying, you know, they're going to actually go super greedy with the jungle Lycan offlane Jakiro. So, anyways, for 4 anchors and the sea captain, we're going to have Vaalix playing the Templar Assassin. Looks like he's going to be in the safe lane. We're going to have MATUMBAMAN on the Juggernaut in the mid lane, being supported by Jerax's Tuskar, who appears to be roaming, as well as a stand-in Nymphy on the Vengeful Spirit, and in the offlane that's going to leave Trixi on the Bristleback.
Midas is going to pick up an early bounty. We're a good start to have, but yeah, he will be in the safe lane, and this is going to be the jungle Lycan from Store, which does leave Loda mid on your Brewmaster. Not a position we see him play often, but I'm excited to see how he does. He has one of his melee creeps running up in front, so looks like both of them have that going. They're going to meet in the middle of the river, close to the middle of the river, and they're going to say hi. MATUMBAMAN on the Juggernaut in the mid lane. Do they have like a gentleman's agreement? We're going to play these heroes mid, and we're going to see how it goes, guys.
I mean, I suppose it could be. Who do you favor in this mid lane? I think Brew just has an advantage here because he's going to have more Thunderclaps because he has a bit better mana pool, and I think he has better int gain as well.
Yeah. I mean, you certainly can't spin more than a couple of times, especially first level. You're only going to be able to spin once, and I mean, even if you get a bottle, I don't. This is still really. I don't see how Juggernaut does well here because also Loda's going to just pop up his clap that he's going to cancel the animation, and MATUMBAMAN might even be forced to use his Blade Fury. I don't see that happening. I don't see him using that defensively. I just see him using it aggressively. Unless he's getting ganked, obviously. So that's the one thing. I don't know if MATUMBAMAN will die because he does have the Blade Fury.
I mean,
so it's kind of safe.
It's actually quite difficult to die to a Brewmaster 1v1 until level 6. But
I mean, I'm talking about ganks as well.
Oh yeah, ganks. Yeah, I mean, he's not going to die. I mean, the only hero they really have to gank is Witch Doctor. And since they're playing so greedily, I don't actually think they're ever going to gank. Oh no, it looks like we're going to have packet loss.
Please no.
Not again.
I'm okay. It's probably just the teams, and hopefully they're okay. Yeah, it looks like it's just 4 ASC currently. So just the Finnish squad. This should be Lux, I believe.
Those D2L betters really wanting Alliance to win. Calm down, kids. You get your items.
Listen, don't give them anything, man. Don't. There's already too much crap going on. All right, we can't afford this to happen again. That's okay though. We'll get into the game in just a second. 4AC. Hopefully they get back in, and is it just those two? Just MATUMBAMAN, or rather Vaalix and Trixi? I guess you can't really
only
check
one of them
loss.
was lagging. You can't check back at loss, I don't think.
I'm not sure if that's
Which is a little unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I suppose it's both, right? Because it's a good thing because you can actually see, but it's a bad thing because, what if someone was like lying about packet loss? I don't actually know what the motivation would be, but I guess there could be one.
I don't know, man. I suppose.
I mean, players have lied about things before in the past to try to get an advantage. You know?
You really are just... You're very cynical.
Fired at Peru. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Okay. What are you, IX Mike? Jeez. Go easy.
I mean, that did happen. They paused like every game for a long time.
Yeah, that was the thing that did happen. And, well, there were some upset teams seeking assassins, but...
So, how effective can Lycan actually jungle? I haven't played jungle Lycan in a very long time, and I actually haven't seen it either. Do you know if it's effective or not?
I have not seen it myself recently, at least not in a professional environment. I don't think I've even seen it playing in pubs either.
No, I think it's just too slow, right? Because you put the hero mid or safe lane to guarantee his like quick farm. And the Vlads and Medallion are very important. I'm just not sure why they would opt to do this. Because if you think about it, they could have the Puck in the offlane, who's going to be pretty safe. I mean, if he was against Avenge and Templar Assassin, sure, he's not going to have the most fun time, but he's going to get levels and experience. And you have the Jakiro on the safe lane supporting until the... Usually you want the Lycan to get the Vlads first, and then maybe level 5 or 7 to have the nice levels in Wolves, and then he can just go jungle and then give up over the lane to the supports. So I'm not actually sure what they're gaining out of setting up their lanes like this. I guess they're gaining a better start on the Puck, but is that really worth, you know, stifling the early game farm of the Lycan?
I think the thing is that they'll have the Puck roaming around eventually, and the Lycan will be able to get jungle, or rather lane farm. He'll be able to move into lane and get CS there. And the top lane, you really want to have Nequa getting at least a couple of... You want to get to 6 maybe as early as possible, I think, of this hero. And max out your Liquid Fire, and then start just being aggressive. Because if they can get Liquid Fire maxed out, if they can get Puck a couple of levels, and the Lycan to get his max Wolves, they can start putting pressure on the towers and maybe even fighting early on, too.
That is true.
So, I don't know. And they know that there's not going to be too much aggression coming out from 4ASC because of the lanes and the heroes that they have. There's not really the best roaming anchors to find in the jungle. I suppose maybe this bottom lane could rotate over and try to find something, but...
Although, I think Tuskar plus Venge could actually be really scary, like rotating around.
Yes.
They can kill probably anyone except the Brewmaster, I think.
The problem is they're not in the lane together.
Yeah,
they're in opposite lanes, so it's really difficult to coordinate that and say, okay, well, here's where we're going to go, here's what we're going to do. So, regardless, it's not going to matter if we don't get back into this game, which, as it stands right now, 4AC are having some issues. Clear packet loss coming out for them, so hopefully we get into the game in just a couple of minutes here. But while we are waiting, again, make sure you're following us at twitch.tv/DotaPit. Check out DotaPit.com for more information. The playoffs are coming soon. Let's look at the standings while we have a second. Again, 4AC and Alliance are both actually out of the playoff running, so this game is more for pride than anything else, I suppose.
And I actually think the teams that are in the playoffs have already been determined, right?
All 4 teams in both groups, so all 8 teams, I should say, have already been, yes, they've already, everything's been figured out.
Because the last series is C9 versus Sna, right?
That does not matter at all.
Yeah,
I guess it matters for Cloud9 versus Denial. Let's see, did Cloud9 beat Denial? Yes. So it actually doesn't.
Yeah, they 2-0'd.
It doesn't matter. Cloud9 is going to be at least 3rd. So currently, as it stands in Group A, Evil Geniuses are on top, so they will have a bye for the first 2 rounds, I believe. Well, the playoff round, and then obviously, or the tiebreaker round, that they get to the semifinals immediately. So they're at the top of Group A. Secret are at the top of Group B, so they'll have a couple of byes as well. And then second place in Group A is Virtus Pro. Team Tinker is third place at 8-4, with I think it's a series they still have to play against Virtus Pro. So that series between Virtus Pro and Team Tinker is actually pretty huge to determine who does get to that second and third place spot. Meanwhile, fourth place is Complexity Gaming, so they will have to play the tiebreaker round. For Group B, Secret, like we mentioned, is first. Virtus Pro Polar currently second. However, Cloud9's right behind them at third. And then Denial is sitting at fourth, and they will stay at fourth. So, looks like we will go into 1 minute and load in.
There's going to be a tiebreaker between who?
It's going to be Denial and whoever gets third for the tiebreaker. And then in Group A, it's going to be Complexity and whoever gets third in Group A. So,
I see.
We're going to 1 minute. They said that we might pause, and
okay.
we will pause, and then we're going to just have a rehost real quick. No packet loss. Keep going. Oh, gee. Okay. All right, we're good.
Excellent. I was not looking forward to having a load, because those are definitely not fun. And half the time there's something wrong, and then you have to load again. Honestly, if it's this early in the game, I would say you just rehost AP.
Dino, please.
Or not AP, you would rehost CM, I think.
Yes. All right, we're going to go. The final pause is over. Gee, here we go. Dino was just making sure everything's okay, and it looks like it is, so. Well, we are going to jump back into the game, and it looks like so far so good in terms of the load. And Loda's having a great time mid lane, 7 last hits, and you love to have a Brewmaster up against a melee hero. You just get so much farm, it's so difficult to deal with. MATUMBAMAN is doing his best to pull the creep wave back towards him in the river, but Loda is just like, I don't care. There's the Blade Fury going in, and Loda actually has to back away. No boots of speed, so Loda won't get chased down, but he's still getting plenty of CS, and he'll probably get to a very early Blink Dagger on this hero.
Yeah, but in the end, I mean, that Blade Fury actually does no harassment towards Loda, so yeah. I think this lane is actually quite favored towards Panda, just because of how strong he is against melee heroes.
Clap about to go for Loda. No, decides against it. He's just trying to jukey jab MATUMBAMAN and make sure that he... And MATUMBAMAN is sitting at 5 last hits, so it's not like this is a super easy lane. A lot of last hits he has to get by just bringing the creep wave towards his side of the river. Clap's going to go in. Loda's going to continue to get some more farm. I mean, look at this. MATUMBAMAN is having a really difficult time in this lane. But... we'll have to wait and see. Snowy gets an illusion rune. Wow, what a lucky rune to come out for him. He didn't even have mana for his wolves yet, and he has 500 gold. We talked about his farm in the jungle, and it's okay, I suppose, but he needs level 2 wolves, I think. Yeah, there he goes.
Yep. So it does have the level 2 wolves as well as the Feral Impulse, so going to be... Definitely, you have the roughest time at level 1 and 2, because the level 1 wolves are actually just... crap, to say the least, against jungle.
Winning Rift. Trixi's gonna get caught out. The right click. First blood for Minuts. I just heard the cast go over on the side of the lane, and luckily I was able to catch the kill. Minuts gets it done, and well, this is when you have to be aggressive against the Bristleback when you only have 1 point in the ability. He's not as tanky as some would think.
Yeah, that's actually a really big kill for them, because the more levels this Bristleback gets, the harder he is going to be to kill, especially with a lane like this, and they actually might even have, like, the Bristle might have counter kill potential if they go on him too deeply.
This is what we were talking about coming up from Jerax. He's throwing up the ward in the enemy jungle. So they know that Lycan is here, and they're gonna make it difficult for Snowy, who by the way has a bottle, so he's going for the regeneration. Down bottom, Minuts, Trixi getting right clicked again mid lane and still going kind of evenly, but no, I say evenly. It's loaded, winning by about 10 CS. So
what, in the mid lane?
Yeah.
Yeah, not too surprising. I mean, we talked about just how good Brewmaster is in these melee matchups. Is able to pretty much clap. It's just the threat of the clap is just so strong. And then he has the crit, so he's going to win every trade.
Jerax is coming in. He's going to try to... Oh, the cast is going to bounce up, and look how much damage he's taking. He has to back away. He does have some tangos, but he has to be careful. Bounty Rune is going to get picked up here from MATUMBAMAN. That'll be his bottle. He pops up the Healing Warder as well. The Healing Ward going to make sure Jerax gets back up to full health, and slowly regens him and make sure that he can be fighting. They're going to just keep a tri-lane down bottom now. Again, this aggressive tri-lane coming out here, this time with a bristleback, though. Didn't work out last game. This game, I'm not sure. They're going to jump in, maybe. Jerax still has the Sealing Ward. Aki's going to kill it quickly. And they have cast wolves coming in as well. Ice Shard's coming through, but Trixi's here. Aki's going to get caught out. Magic Missile gets blown up, and they did not expect all 3 heroes down in this bottom lane. And the wolves are going to get obliterated by Trixi. How unfortunate. And Snowy's like, please. I just want to farm.
Yeah, I mean, and every time these wolves die, it actually costs them, 1.5 bottle charges, so it's actually really important that his wolves dead there. It's going to slow his farming down just a little bit. And you said he went for this bottle choice. I think it's actually the right choice, because it will take you way too long to farm up the lads first. And wait, who stacked this camp right here? This is actually...
I think it was
a bit of a mistake, because Lycan actually can't farm that camp, so he's actually reduced.
It was Jerax, I believe, that stacked it up. I'm pretty sure he came in.
That's actually a really nice play then from him, because he's actually reduced to farming only this camp right here, and
you certainly can't
maybe
farm
these.
That Hellbear Smasher in.
Those camps are actually very dangerous to farm at the moment.
So he has a jungle that has 1 camp warded, another one is stacked that he can't take. Nefi is on the high ground. He might whip the tear and steal this if he's not careful. Meanwhile, down bottom, they do get the kill on Trixi again, as Bristleback does get caught out. And MATUMBAMAN has 600 gold all of a sudden with 31 last hits. I don't know where he's getting this farm from. A lot of these kills, obviously, and First Blood, I believe, went his way.
2 kills, First Blood, and 31 last hits, so MATUMBAMAN's doing really good in the bot lane.
Top lane. They're going to jump it. Ice Path's going to go. Jerax is looking for Nikwa. Ice Shard's blocking his path. They're going to right-click it down. Dual Breath going in. He tries to kill Jerax, cannot get it done. And they will pick up the kill there, so nicely played. Meanwhile, MATUMBAMAN, he does have his ultimate. He's going to head to the jungle. He wants to get a kill. And he's got Omni Slash ready to go with a haste rune. This is frightening.
I think they have to find Ake. I'm not sure that they can actually take down my nuts, because he's just going to orb away and then... Oh, he actually doesn't have a point in phase shift. But do they know that?
I don't think so.
There's no...
You have to assume that he has a point.
I mean, if he's never used it in lane...
You still have to assume him, because he's not getting pressured that much. It's kind of rough. They are looking for Snowy. How far is MATUMBAMAN going to dive for this? This is a haste rune is done now. He's not going to dive too far. He's going to back away.
This is actually a lot of wasted time as well. And he's actually come back quite nicely in the mid lane. He's able to spam Blade Furies on every wave and just completely clear the wave, so... Aloda actually doesn't have mana for split. He might be in trouble.
There's still a couple of creeps here. They're going to... Blade Fury is going to go. Omni Slash is ready if he wants to use it. And Aloda's going to juke to the high ground, and now he's going to get Omni, it looks like. MATUMBAMAN... There's the split. He gets it off. He just got enough mana. MATUMBAMAN's going to get chased out the Cyclone. And now Aloda has to run away. And he should make it out just fine, but... He should have died there. That Omni Slash was not coming in at the right time for MATUMBAMAN. Another Cyclone going in, and MATUMBAMAN is just kind of annoyed at this point. But Ice Shard's going in. Loda didn't get out in time. There's going to be the snowball magic missile. Loda in some trouble. MATUMBAMAN doesn't have mana for Omni Slash, but they are body blocking. The Blade Fury is going to go, and Loda should fall here. He is going to take a spill. Yeah. And I thought he wasn't going to go down, but now he couldn't get out in time.
That's actually better for them than, because now the Panda Split is down and they pick up the kill. Omni Slash was saved as well, so a little bit of a mistake actually turning into some nice fortune for the side of 4ESC.
Minus has a Midas, by the way, in case you were wondering. Snowy has been turned into a 4-5-4 position.
Interesting.
Snowy has
he might have just picked up the words, to be honest. I think that's what happened.
That could have also been I'm sure that probably was the case, but...
I mean, they have Ake on their team, the resident 5 player. Who, by the way, plays one of the best 5 positions in Dota, so...
Oh, that's yeah. I mean, Ake is a legend. I think alongside Loda at this point, they both have put up. We've seen Loda put up some great games. I mean, he had an anti-mage game with like 800 GPM or something, and he was able to take a game in like 5 or 4v1 the entire time. It was ridiculous, or 5v1. It was ridiculous. So at this point, Loda's he's having a pretty good game thus far. 54 last hits. His last game was really impressive with Slaughter. He's up to 1,800 gold now. He's looking for that Blink Dagger, which he'll get soon. And they're going to throw up an Observer Ward mid lane just to have some vision up. Snowy is still at level 5. Not towards 6 yet, but close. And I don't know. Is he going to go for Vlad's this game? I imagine so. This is really bringing it back to like TI2 when Jungle Lycan was a thing. back in the day, I suppose.
Wow, that's a long time ago. That was like back when Puppy was playing jungle Lycan.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was
that infamous block.
Yeah, that was legendary as well. Jerax is gonna go toe to toe with Nico in the top lane near the secret shop, but Jerax should be okay. Ice Path's gonna come in. He's got Microfire.
Trouble, actually.
Ice Shards are gonna go. That does nothing. He didn't put him in the right spot. Ice Path is up in 6 seconds. Nico was pretty quick, but he's not fast enough. Is that Liquid Fire gonna kill him? He's got a snowball, and he will do so. What a snowball to save his life. Oh, it doesn't. He dies to the neutrals. Did he buy? I don't think he had anything. Down bottom though, Blade Fury going in. There's going to be a fight breaking out. Illusory Orb. Now there's going to be the cast going through. MATUMBAMAN has no mana to Omni / Magic Missile. Snowy's going to try to chase him down. No, he backs away. MATUMBAMAN bottling up. He wants this Omni to go off. They want the kill regardless, and they might get it on Snowy. Voodoo Restoration not there in time. They pick up a kill, but this does leave mid lane to get taken down by Nico and Loda. This is an interesting game. Topsy-turvy. Some crazy stuff happening.
I guess Alliance overcommitted just a little bit, and Snowy actually ends up falling. But in the top lane, that was actually middle. They used the Liquid Fire middle as well as the Brewmaster to actually get a nice tower kill.
Yeah, they did.
So I would say in the end, Alliance actually come out of that ahead because they got the mid tower.
And Loda does have a blink dagger, by the way. He's ready to go. He's going to spot out Jerax. He's going to blink away immediately. There was a smoke behind him from Trixi, who, by the way, has treads and a Basilius, and that's it. Level 8, not too bad. Midas has been picked up at 10 minutes for this Templar Assassin with only brown boots. Brown boots, Midas, Ring of Basilius for Vaalix. Interesting decision. He does have a bottle as well, so his CS is at 54. He's not too bad. It feels like he should be worse than he is, but that's not the case. He's also got a lot of traps in this top lane, too, just in case.
I mean, it is quite annoying to lane against the THD. Yes.
Good Ice Path. Macropyre goes in. Vaalix is going to take some damage. Maelstrom going in. Clap's going to go split as well. Vaalix is getting low. He's going to have to pop the Invis rune, and it looks like they won't see him. Dispel Magic goes. Sentry Ward on the ground. Cyclone, they can't get it off, and Vaalix will just run away. I think that Dispel Magic, does it work on the Invis rune? I'm not sure.
It does, but it's a 200 radius, so he must have just barely missed it.
Yeah, he barely missed it. It was very close.
Yeah, it's a very small radius, so a little unfortunate for him. Like, I'm 80% sure it removes it, but I could be wrong.
Modpax, where are you, buddy?
Like he hit it. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think it was maybe just blow him. Snowball onto my nuts. He's got phase shift, and he's not going to use it. Now he will. Waning Rift's going to go. Jerax is like, I need some help, guys. Ice Shards, and now Minuts has his Illusory Orb. He's going to use it. He'll jaunt away. Phase shift. Jaunts into the trees. Oh, God. MATUMBAMAN's like, where'd he go?
He's fine.
So they don't have vision. And they won't have vision. They have sigil. Why don't they just throw the sigil over here? Okay, there they go.
Oh.
Nope. They don't see him. He's going to jaunt away. They do have the sword here, though.
Yeah, he's going to be fine.
He should be fine.
Actually, had they sent the sigil over, he actually would be dead. Maybe they didn't know the exact location, possibly thinking he had jaunted over the tree line. Looks like Modpax is zoned out a little bit.
I don't know. We were talking about the Invis rune and how it interacted with Dispel Magic. Modpax, I love you, man. All right, Vlad's has been picked up finally for this Lycan. Okay, so now this is where he gets a bit effective, and yeah,
definitely starts farming the jungle at a much faster pace. But I mean, really, if we look at the net worth, he's not doing too well. I mean, he's about the same as the offlaner for ESC.
Which is not that bad, all things considered. He got a camp warded, a camp stacked. So, just something to keep in mind. Vaalix does have a haste rune. They're looking at Roshan. He does pick up his treads now, and treads are done for Loda as well. And I mean, this is where I feel like Alliance are going to be the most effective, is when Loda has blink, when he's got treads, when he's got these items, when Jakiro has max liquid fire, almost a Yule Scepter. Puck has a blink coming soon. No, actually, he's going straight Yules, I think. No blink dagger from Minuts, apparently. Interestingly enough.
Wait, he's just not going blink on Puck?
Yes,
what is this?
That's it. Yeah. There you go. I don't know. I don't know what it is, to be honest.
Is he going Dagon or Yules?
I thought it was Yules, maybe. It makes more sense.
I think it could just be a Dagon rush, possibly.
I guess, I don't know. I mean, maybe he feels like Brewmaster's enough. They don't need a Dream Coil coming in, the Blink Coil. But
I mean, mostly you just do it for the blink silence, right? Because you get the blink silence and then you can orb out as well.
They are going to jump on a Trixi here in this top lane. Loda doesn't have enough mana to use his ultimate, but it doesn't matter. There's the death ward coming in. Trixi is about to fall. There are some TP rotations. Trixi will take a spill. TP is canceled, and they're going to take this tier 2 tower. The glove is going to get popped up, but look at the aggression coming in from Alliance in this game. And 4AC are not at a point where they can really stand up to this squad yet. I mean, you have Omni Slash and maybe a Templar Assassin with a couple of refraction charges, but if they have Split, if they have all of these abilities for Alliance, I don't know what you do if you're 4ASC. You can't really fight that. MATUMBAMAN. He's diving behind the tower a bit.
Trying to apply a little bit of pressure in the mid lane, but he's going to get harassed. And Jakiro's actually going to finish up his Yules, so they're going to have that nice Yules with Jakiro. They get the Yules into Ice Path. Very annoying to deal with. Although I guess Juggernaut himself is actually going to deal with it fairly easily. He can actually Blade Fury when he drops from the Yules.
Clap's going to go. Split is available. Ice Path is going to fly as well. Loda's not using it yet. They decided against it. MATUMBAMAN took some harass as well, but for now, I mean, no, Blade Fury going in. All right, never mind. But for now, it just feels like Alliance have the advantage. I mean, you look at the net worth graph, they're 5,000. MATUMBAMAN getting caught out. Ice Path does miss. Liquid Fire going, and he's going to Omni Slash right now. It's going to go between the two of them. Neekwa getting low. Macro Power goes up. He did not expect the R button press, and he died for his sins.
Yeah, this actually feels very similar to the first game, though, where 4AC just don't really have an answer to the 5-man squad of Alliance. Alliance are just running as 5 and getting whatever they want. They get 2 towers in the top lane. Pretty much with no contest.
It's a Yules for the puck.
It's a Yules? Okay.
Yeah.
And 4AC doing what they need to do on Dire, especially with this TA and Revenge combination, going towards that Roshan. They should be able to quickly pick this up. I don't think Alliance, yeah, they can't do anything about this anyways.
Vaalix is pretty low. If they could get into the pit, but no, it's gonna be too late. They're gonna pick up this Roshan and.
Yep. I mean, it would have been.
Oh, he was close to dead. He's alright.
I mean, maybe if MyNuts had possibly scouted that haste rune in the bottom lane, he might have gone to pick it up and maybe checked Roche, but.
He's just actually getting ganked as well. He's gonna have to leave. Vaalix, well, he's just gotta pop the Midas, and Midas has to leave. So
he's actually highest in the net worth on this puck. So
that's not surprising considering the start that he had. We talked about it. First blood, a couple of kills, and well, he might be in trouble now. Swap's gonna go through Magic Missile. He's trying to get the phase shift, and look at this. Nice jaunt and phase shift as well. Beautifully done. He waited for that Magic Missile projectile to go. Nephthys gonna get chased down. They do spot him out. Blink, clap. He is blocked in. Tag team down by Neekwa and Loda, saying how do you do? And Aki does get the kill. Mercy killing indeed, Mr. Witch Doctor. He's looking at it go right now as his team has got 6 kills. They're ahead by, let's see, how much net worth? 5,000. Experience-wise, it's actually even. But now we see this Lycan is starting to split push. So this 4-position Lycan that we kind of questioned in the jungle is starting to be effective across the map. And now with these 4 cores, I don't know if it matters what 4AC have. There's not really much they can do if Alliance decide to ball up. Although there is the Sages now, and the Bristleback does have a Vanguard, and maybe if it gets a Crimson Guard, it'll be different, but
yeah,
at this point it's difficult.
Well, I'm actually not sure how the interaction with Crimson Guard, the active, works with Death Ward. I don't think Death Ward has... I don't think there's any effect, so... Crimson Guard could be a decent item just for the right clicks coming out from all of these heroes, and I guess it is pretty good against the Brewlings as well.
The Wolves.
Yeah, and the Wolves. And is he going to go for a Necro Book build? I guess we don't know yet. He hasn't really shown what build he's going to go for.
He has a lot of gold in the bank.
I think he should go for Necro Books.
Necro, I think, would make sense if they're trying to pull down these towers.
They have Jakiro, Panda.
Yeah.
If you get Necro on the Lycan,
there it is.
That's just an insane push.
He got Necro 1 done.
Vaalix is in some trouble in the bottom lane.
He's going to get caught. He does have his Aegis. He's going to try to turn this, though. There's the side trap going, and Neekwa's going to get chased down as well as MyNuts, but Neekwa does have Eul Scepter. It is on cooldown. Shards beautifully placed coming up from Jerax. Ice Path onto 2. Snowball avoids it, and now they're going to send the Snowball right into Neekwa. He's going to get caught out. There's the Walrus Punch coming in. Meld Strike, and Vaalix does get the kill. So they turn out the aggression that was onto Vaalix and get a kill there. Meanwhile, mid lane, Blade Fury, they're going to try to jump up MATUMBAMAN here. Dreamcoil is available. Shapeshift going in. They need to use the Dreamcoil. They will. They got vision, but now there's going to be the Omni Slash coming in. But there's the Voodoo Restoration. Waiting Rift. MATUMBAMAN is going to fall. Great Voodoo Restoration and Clump Up coming out from all of those heroes, and the Wolves included.
And I mean, that's a puck with Midas, Treads, Blink, and Yules at 19 minutes.
He's having a heck of a game, man.
I mean, he is only a level 11, so he actually only has level 1 phase shift, so I suppose he's sort of killable, but it's going to be very hard for them to ever take down this puck. They don't really have the disables either. They have one stun, and I guess the snowball is sort of a... It's not really a very good stun, and they have the walrus punch, so... And
Last game... Sorry, go ahead.
This is 2 games in a row, really, where the Tuskar pick is not... I mean, sure, he saved people and, you know, had a couple of nice plays, but really not seeing the full impact of this hero, I think.
Well, that's the point of these games when there's nothing on the line, is to experiment with certain heroes, and I think if they want to experiment with the Tusk, that's fine, too. You mentioned one time previously about teams not scrimming because they play so many tournament games, and I'm not sure if that's the case for 4AC, but they certainly look like they are experimenting with something here, and I mean, as good as Jerax has been playing, it's not really winning them games at this point, so...
I think that 4AC, when they play these heroes, they actually just need to roam more. Like, if you're going to have this Venge Tuskar combo...
Jerax is going to get caught, Macropyre. He's got a Dream, or rather, he's got a Snowball. Dream Coil did go. Clap coming in, Waiting Rift. He tried to TP out. It's good try, but now mid lane, there's a couple heroes mid. Lycan's going to jump on an empty. It looks like he wants this kill. Magic Missile goes in. Snowy, nope. Swap coming in. Trixi wants to fight up. Cast goes. BKB for Vaalix, and now they've got to back away immediately. Ake and Snowy might get chased down. Vaalix does he have Aegis? He does. They're going to jump another hero, and it's Nikwa. He's coming through. He has Yule Scepter. He's got Ice Path. Now Loda comes in. He already used his Blink Dagger. Yule Scepter does go. Ice Path coming in. And Vaalix still has Aegis. There it goes. It's going to be used. And they're going to try to get this kill. Split's going to fly. They really want it. Vaalix is going to get chased down. Refraction. Sentry Ward up on the deck. And it looks like Vaalix is going to take a spill. The Death Ward secures the kill coming out. Big one at that. That's a big pickoff coming through. And they're going to look for more. And that's going to be Cyclone up now onto the Brewmat, or rather the Bristleback, and they're going to keep him up in the air. I don't think they go for that kill. Glyph's going to go. Magic Missile. Ake caught out of position. Ice Shards. He's taking a lot of damage. Ice Path. TP coming in. This time it's going to be from the Juggernaut. TP away onto Snowy. Nikwa's trying to get out as well. They couldn't get the Lycan. He TP's out. Nikwa should fall here, though, it looks like. Here, I think. Yeah, Ice Path goes in. Omni Slash used just for that kill alone. More than likely worth, though. And that's actually going to be MATUMBAMAN's Aghanim Scepter with that kill, so...
No, they actually... That's a nice fight for 4ASC. They only... I guess they had the Aegis, so they lose the Aegis and TA for... I suppose you could call them both supports, because I guess at this point Lycan's transitioned to either the 1 or 2 position.
So, while that was a good fight for them, how is it going to be towards the late game? How's it looking towards the late game? Loda is actually just building right into a plate mail. He doesn't need the Vlads, his team has it.
He's probably going to go for a Shiva's, because I think that Lycan wants to buy Vlads and AC. So I think you go Shiva's. I mean, it could be an AC, but I think it should be a Shiva's card.
I think you're
Loda
probably
could
right.
actually be in some trouble.
Yeah, Loda is alone. He has no split. He has no Blink Dagger. He is dead, it looks like. He's going to get snowballed on. Oh, wait, hold that thought. Nikwa's here. Loda's going to get Walrus Punch. He's not taking it. Now he is. Big damage coming out. Macropyre is doing some work. Nikwa's just trying to, hold some time until his teammates get here. He might fall, but he might get a couple kills on the back end of this. Big Dream Coil onto 2. Vaalix BKBs. It's a bit too late. Nephi's going to get caught out as well. It's a 2-for-2 exchange. TP coming in. Jerax is going to leave. They will get up the illusion orb. They had vision, and he did a lot of damage to him, but he will make his way out of there in time. Nice plays coming out. Meanwhile, Trixi here, I don't know. He should be careful. Cask is going to go in. It doesn't do much. There's going to be the usage of the Maldic as well. They're going to use the Dream Coil and their, the Death Ward to zone out the Bristleback. Trixi and MATUMBAMAN have to back away. Illusory Orb going in. They're going to pop the Viscous Dance Goo. Minuts has to use his phase shift. He might be able to blink away, and he does do so, but he is in some trouble. He's alone now. And it looks like he will fall. Another phase shift coming in. Illusory Orb. Yule Scepter. Jaunts? Wow, what a play from Minuts. He's going to be able to get out. That's actually unbelievable.
Oh, he actually gets out of that one. So really crazy play from Minuts. And they do end up getting the Templar Assassin for... Let's see, they got Templar and Venge, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they lost the Panda and Jakiro, so... it's still a pretty even trade, I would say. Maybe even a slight advantage for 4AC considering the state of the game. I'm actually surprised that Alliance just aren't balling up and starting to take these towers, because I don't actually think that 4AC have an answer in the team fights.
They might have been waiting for the Necro 3, which Lycan had just purchased.
That
he
is
has
true.
it now.
I suppose it wasn't really like a... They just sort of got caught out, but... It is the fault of their own, right? Because they can be grouped up better.
I think they should definitely start fighting as a team now. And the Crimson Guard is coming up as well, so not only does Trixi have a Hood of Defiance, but a Crimson Guard as well. And this makes this hero pretty tanky, and the rest of his squad as well. They also have Omni Slash ready to go for the Juggernaut, so unless they can Waning Rift him, and even if they do, I mean, it's still going to be difficult to bring him down. We'll see who they catch out of position. Nemphy is here, and he might blow up the Smoke of Deceit gank, and it looks like they will spot him out. They're not going to go on him yet. They're diving under the tower. It looks like they might want to. They're going to jump in. Clap's going to go. Only onto one. Split's going to fly as well. Crimson Guard going. Silence is up. No Dream Coil just yet. Trixi is in some trouble. Wow. Nice swap, though, and Nemphy's going to save his life. So Nemphy's going to go down, but they at least keep up some of these cores. But they're just going to take this tower now. That was a really, really, really good play coming up from Nemphy to make sure they didn't lose anything off the back end of that. 2-2 tower bottom's also getting pressure from MATUMBAMAN, too.
Alliance still have several ultimates available. They have the Death Ward and the Coil as well as the Macropire, so not actually committing too much to that fight.
They were backdooring the tower, and they have to TP away now. They're not able to fight this. The Snowball's going. They have vision. Nico is in trouble. The Eul Scepter's going to go to keep himself alive. He used that kind of a little too quickly. Now Loda's going to jump into BKB. Jerax is getting low. He's done. They're going to try to fight. Vaalix is manning up. Nico's going to go down. The Death Ward doing so much work. Vaalix is getting low. He'll fall. What a Death Ward coming out from Ake. And while they do get the kill on him with the Bristleback, it doesn't matter. Trixi's in trouble. They're going to use the slow coming out from the Brewmaster. They're going to chase after him. Blink Clap coming in as well. Body block. They want this kill, and they want it desperately. They've got to have a swap maybe from Nemphy if he wants to use it, and he might. Medallion going in. Minus is going to try to chase him down. Waning Rift. Minus is going to work. He's punching in his time card, and now Nemphy is getting chased down. The Wolf's going to work as well. Trixi is going to survive in the end. They're at the tier 3 tower from MATUMBAMAN. The Omni Slash is going to go, and luckily he has Illusion Runes, but it's still doing some work, and now they're going to man up against each other here. The Vlad's going to work.
This is not a man fight.
Shapeshift. MATUMBAMAN is actually just saying, listen, I could go toe-to-toe with you, no problem.
Is that...
Blade Fury is going to have to TP away, and it looks like he will make it out. Yes, just barely. He had maybe 100 HP, maybe less than that. Oh, man, that was close.
I think Snoy could have got that. He actually was scared that he was going to die, but when he spin in TPs, you actually know how much damage is coming out, and you can just regen through it with the Vlads. So really nice from MATUMBAMAN. They actually don't lose a mid tower, so... That was really well played from 4AC. Sure, they might lose, you know, a hero or two, but getting the tier 2 bottom, forcing Alliance to not get the tower middle because, you know, they didn't really push with creeps. And they might actually secure themselves another Roshan.
They saw them go into Rosh, I believe. So
yeah, they know about this, and Split is available. It does look like Loda did actually pick up the recipe for an AC, and that's actually coming. So this fight's gonna be even harder now.
And they're gonna make a detour around this group wave. They don't want to give up the courier for free, and now they bring it towards them. They know that it's Loda's standing right over this side trap too. So Blink Dagger now done for Jerax, and this is the problem with this hero. You need a Blink Dagger pretty early on, I think, and it's 27 minutes and he just gets it.
Yeah, Blink Dagger is definitely a core item. It just allows you so much with the Snowball. Like, Snowball is such a great tool to save people, but it's not very useful because you have to be within such a close proximity to use it. But Blink Dagger solves that problem. And it's also nice to have with the Walrus Punch because it gives you a pretty much instant stun.
They're going to go back into Roshan. They did smoke into this, and they don't seem to have any idea that this is happening. And it's dying pretty quickly.
Check and blink into it.
Wolf was alive, they say. They're looking for it. Loda's going to come in. And Roche is going to go down. Trixi does pick up the Aegis. They're going to try to fight this. If Split's going to go, the fight's going to go regardless. And Vaalix is going to try to run out of the pit with his BKB up. And Ake is getting forced down. And they do have a Eul Scepter. The BKB is now done. But here comes the Omni Slash maybe if they want it. MATUMBAMAN is going to try to fight. Look at the damage coming out from this Juggernaut. Macropyre is on the deck. Vaalix is getting low. Minuts just attacking from the high ground. Vaalix is getting low as well. He's in trouble. Trixi, he still has that Aegis, mind you. And it looks like he will fall, but they've already lost Minuts. Trixi's still alive somehow. He's taking so much damage. Snowy gets a kill on the backside. He did get the kill on Vaalix, and now they're going to get the Aegis. Will they get Trixi as well? It looks like they might. Big fight from Alliance. Trixi's right click down, Ice Path, Illusory Orb, double kill coming out from the Lycan, and now they'll push into mid and they'll take the tier 2 tower.
Yeah, I would say that's a pretty hefty mistake from 4AFC, not having a sentry while they're doing Roshan. And it was nicely scouted from Snowy on this Lycan, but you really have to have sentries in the pit, or you have to have some sort of true sight, because otherwise they'd have complete vision, and they smoked in there, so they tried to sneak the Roche, but then not having sentries.
It would have been great if they
had
had
a really
that.
nice team play, yeah. I mean, if they have sentries there, they just don't do Roche, right? And then that whole fight doesn't happen.
Yeah. This tier 3 tower obliterated. MATUMBAMAN back alive. The TP coming in from the vengeful. No, that's actually the Juggernaut. He's getting used up in the air, and he's going to try to fight as best as possible. So Noy pops up the BKB. Will be a nice usage of that snowball coming in. Nemphy's rather low. The blink away coming out from Jerax. He's going to get chased down. Now they're looking for more. Who are they going to turn their attention towards? It's going to be Jerax. He's going to try to make his way out of here. Ice Path does miss. And Loda's going to come in. Pops up the Drunken Haze. Jerax is getting chased down still. And the Sigil is actually doing so much work. The Snowball's got to come in. They kill the Sigil quickly, and he's going to try to make his way out. But here we go. Trixi on the backside. Cask is going to go in. They do pick up Jerax, and Vaalix is going to BKB and try to fight this Snowy. Here comes the Omni Slash. Loda getting low. And they will just try to split the damage as best as possible. Loda still falls, though. And Vaalix is getting brought down by the illusions, or rather by the wolves and the necro minions. Now MATUMBAMAN is fighting up against Snowy. This is not his fight. Everyone is low. 4AFC, they've got to back away, with the exception of Tricky, who's going toe-to-toe against Snowy here. The right click going in. Just Trixi's just running at Snowy. He's going to get the kill easily. 3 dead. 4AFC defend. They lose their tier 3 tower, but at the end of the day, they force out a buyback, I believe. I'm not sure. No, they didn't actually.
It was a 2 for 3, and they get the tier 3 tower, so I'm sure Alliance are perfectly fine with that. They didn't actually have a lot of their ultimates available. There was no split, no dream coil, so I would say that they're probably fine with that. And it's going to be that much easier now to siege the middle Rex. They're probably just going to be able to pop the Necrobook, you know, have the Panda initiate a fight, and they're going to kill that mid Rex just so fast.
It'll die pretty quick, and more so than anything, I mean, 4AC are trying to put pressure here, and this feels like they have to fight. They have to force something, and the Glyph is going to go. Cask is going to fly Snowball. They are going to the high ground, and Drax has to blink away. The tier 2 tower is going to fall, but jump in. Loda's going to split. They want to fight with this. Crimson Guard, Dream Coil onto 2. It's a big one. It's onto both the supports. Drax is low. Waiting Rift already went. The side trap trying to slow everyone down. Nemphy is going to fall to Loda. It looks like Drax is going to take a spill as well. But if that's all they lose, it might not be bad.
Yeah, but can Alliance just go mid with this?
Probably.
I think they can. Is there buyback? Let's see, no buyback
No.
on Venge.
No,
No
no
buyback
buyback
on
on
either
either.
of these heroes.
Yeah.
But they do have really short respawn timers because it was just the 2 supports. Maybe if they found a higher priority kill, they could get a Rex. Yeah, they're not going to get a Rex with this.
Instead, they're going to just look into... They're going to try to control the rest of the map. They're going to maybe push out top here quickly. MATUMBAMAN is going to try to push this in as fast as humanly possible and then TP away. Smart decision, because there were a couple of heroes in the vicinity trying to gank him, so... For now, I think they're just waiting until splits up again, which cooldown's not too long. Mjolnir is done coming out from the Juggernaut, so his damage is starting to increase, but...
And I definitely like the choice in items from MATUMBAMAN. I think this is probably the most cost-efficient items you can get as far as DPS on Juggernaut. Mjolnir synergizes really well with Omni Slash. You can proc orbs while you're spinning, and you get the nice active as well. So, and he has crazy base attack time, so any attack speed item is just that much more effective.
Trixi is hexed up. Ice Path goes in. They lose the courier. I'm not sure to where. Trixi is actually just impossible to kill. Yeah, he took no damage there. Bottom lane, they're going to find Snowy. The Omni Slash is going in, he's jumping through. Swap back, pops the BKB, and he'll try to run out of here, and it looks like he might make it out. That shapeshift is going to keep going for another period of time. They can't catch him. He's too fast. Web of Terror. No, they're gone. He's gone. Jump in. Vaalix has to pop the BKB. He's going to just try to TP away. Ice Pack goes in, and he's going to live. He'll make it out, but he's forced to pop the BKB for that. I think his duration is now at 5 seconds, so really smart play there.
For who, the Lycan?
for, well, both of them. The Lycan and the TA mid.
Lycan's is actually at 8. I think TA's is quite low. Yeah,
It's
TA's
5.
is at 5. Okay. He does pick up that Manta second. Kind of a weird item choice. I guess it does allow him... You can actually Manta out of Ice Path, like the Yule's Ice Path combo, so that's pretty nice. And he can Manta out of the Silence from Puck.
Is there a glyph here? Yes. So Alliance can't get this, I don't think, unless they take a fight here. And they try to force the glyph, but they realize that this is going to be a tough engagement. The Manta Style was just popped, by the way.
Yeah, they also know that the Jug ult is on cooldown. Although it isn't on cooldown
now.
for long.
it's up now.
It's actually such a short... It's only 70 seconds.
Shift from Snoy that he wants this Rax, and he's going to try to get it as best as possible. Viscous is good. There's the Walrus Punch going in. They haven't killed anybody yet. Nice path onto 2. Now Jerax getting caught out. The split's going to go as well. Raxes are going down. They're taking some damage here. Yule Scepter cycling up. That Death Ward is actually doing nothing. Jerax is going to fall. Omni Slash did some work on Minus, but he's hexed up now. MATUMBAMAN in some trouble. He's going to get right-click down. Will he die? He's so close. Yes, they get the kill. No buyback. That is a huge pickup coming out. They've got to find a way to bring Trixi down as well as Vaalix. They're going to jump in. They already took down the range Rex. They're going to go for the melee as well. They're not taking it yet, but the creeps are going to work, and the Necromanians do take it down. Swap back out of the store. They want the kill. Maledic flies through. He's taking some damage onto Trixi. Ice Path. Vaalix pops his BKB. And there's going to be a Meld Strike. He will go down. Yule Scepter not saving the life. Manta Style going in. Vaalix might chase down. The right click. He's going to meld. They have sentries. There it is. They pop 2 down. Vaalix is going to take a spill as well. The only one alive is going to be Trixi and Alliance. They get the set of racks, and with that fight, it's been the beginning of the end, it looks like, for 4ASC.
Yeah, Alliance definitely getting what they came for, and 4ASC actually just don't have enough damage to deal with the tankiness coming out from Alliance's heroes. I mean, we see a full chin. I mean, he uses the Omni Slash, and it just doesn't do that much. They have so much armor. I mean, look at Loda. Loda has 9 plus 25 armor, and they have the double aura armor items.
He's rather tanky.
Yeah. They're just very tanky on all of these heroes.
And there's a Desolator, by the way,
either.
coming out for the Lycan. This guy actually has not only survivability, but he's got a lot of damage as well. Although Trixie does pick up a Shiva's Guard. Is there anything else for 4ASC that they have going for them now? Because I don't think there's much. Not really. They don't really have a whole lot.
Yeah, I think they just lack damage right now, but where are they going to get damage from? Like, the TA goes for Manta BKB, so he is actually not doing too much damage in these fights. Maybe had he gone for something like a Daedalus. I think the main issue is that they don't have enough magical damage. Like, all of their whole strategy is sort of centered on this physical damage. They have the nice minus armor from the Wave of Terror as well as the goo and even the meld. But once teams start stacking up all this armor, it's just not enough. I mean, Loda has 40 armor.
Yeah, it's actually just impossible to right-click him now.
I guess Lycan... So Lycan will actually be at fairly low armor values, but he's running around so fast that it's hard to pin him down and use physical damage against him.
Well, I mean, this is without the Aura coming in into helping him out as well. He has Vlad's coming in, but Loda comes in and it's Self-Cross and he gets 19, so...
Yeah, but you have minus 6 from Wave of Terror, and then you've got, what, Meld is 8, so...
It's not like you're probably got a lot of right-click damage between these heroes, though, and Lycan's generally pretty tanky in terms of his health pool anyways, so...
Yeah.
It's tough, I think, at this point.
I actually think they just have too much physical damage, and Alliance have just itemized these 2 Aura armor items, which you pretty much always do when you have the Panda and the Lycan.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Look at all these wards getting plopped down. Sentry wards all over the damn place. They want to make sure they have complete and utter map control while they take these fights, these engagements. Roshan is about to respawn. If they do take that, I think the Alliance are going to just try to take the game at that point. It's up in a couple of seconds, so they'll probably run into Roshan rather soon. Some illusions being popped up, the Manta style illusions coming out, and they'll get right-clicked down, so...
Loda actually has an Invis rune, but he's going to be able to scout out the positioning of 4ASC. A lot of sentries coming down, so if he actually walks into this, he might get caught out. But actually, you know, even if he gets caught out, this is such an easy game to get off the split, because what do they actually have to burst you down in? They have the Magic Missile and the Snowball, as well as the Walrus Punch.
It's not enough to lock him down.
That's really not enough. to kill this Panda.
He's going to get it split off almost every fight. Like he has the entire game. I don't see him having an issue there. Yeah, I think they can just run into Roche Pit. I don't know if 4AC can really contest a fight at Roche. I don't, regardless of what happens.
They're pretty much doing the best they can, which is to sort of just split push and try to stall the game that way.
There's actually MATUMBAMAN's getting TP back home, and Group Wave is pushed in, and
yeah, they know that Roche is happening, but
yeah,
it just dies too
They can't
fast.
stop it. It's likely to just pick up the Aegis. Ice Shard's going. She's going to get picked up for somebody. Ice Path goes in just to make sure they can't really do anything there. Yule Scepter goes on to Trixi. Walrus Punch is going to get popped. Shiva's Guard going for a couple of heroes. Snowball's going to go in, and I think Jerax is... that was weird. What happened? He blinked out. That was the weirdest Snowball I've ever seen. Well, he's going to get hexed up, and Swap coming in. Empty is going to keep him alive, but he will die in turn. Now Trixi's going to get just running forward and trying to zone them out as best as possible. Omni Slash on Alota. He does have cheese. He's going to be able to pop it, and he will do so. So everyone's back fighting fit. There's the Macro Pyre, the Death Ward coming in as well, and 4ASC are getting overrun at this point. The Walrus Punch does come in. Trixi's not dead yet. He might have buyback if he does go down, but MATUMBAMAN does have it as well. They're going to have to both use it. And might be time to back off if you're Alliance. Whip's going to go. Dual Breath coming in. Split. Oh, it's available. I didn't know you even had it. And they're going to try to fight on Trixi here. Cyclone's up onto one. Hex is up onto Vaalix. They'll try to bring him down. Refraction's done as well. The Boulder Toss, Waning Rift. Vaalix should fall. He's going to get Heaven's Halberded in as well. Shapeshift going in now. They really want this kill. They're diving deep for it. On the other side of things are still going on. They actually have no detection. They can't skill. Meanwhile, Trixi's just going to work on these supports. Trixi gets a double kill. That was just a bad engagement. There's no reason for them to chase down Vaalix that far. And then get the racks there.
Yeah, they do get the tier 3, and they pretty much just lose the supports in the end, so it wasn't the worst thing in the world, but yeah, like you said, definitely could have gone better for Alliance. Did they force any buybacks? 2
buybacks. Trixi and MATUMBAMAN both fought back.
So, I mean, that's perfectly fine then. 2 buybacks forced for 2 kills. That's pretty much an ideal situation, and you get the tier 3 tower as well.
It was a close fight. The Alliance could have almost taken the game at that point, but they're going to have to wait a bit longer for their supports to be up. And
I actually just noticed Minus has a Heaven's Halberd, which is a really interesting... Yeah, I actually like this item choice to have... I mean, it's fine on any of these heroes, but after this 5-second BKB, he actually can't attack during the entire Heaven's Halberd duration. I'm actually surprised we don't see more of this item because... with the state of BKB as it is, you know, 5 seconds, and you know that's the only BKB that you can buy. I actually think Heaven's Halberd is an insanely strong item.
You can't Manta out of it.
Right,
so.
you can't Manta out of it. I mean, you can't do anything, and it disarms for 4.5 seconds.
It's a long time when it comes to the Templar Assassin. She has nothing else to do in that period of time after she's got her BKB gone, so... if they can kill Trixi and MATUMBAMAN here in the next couple of minutes, they'll take the game. It's just that simple. They won't have buyback. They'll be dead for about 100 or some odd seconds. And I think with that being the case, at some point Alliance are going to ball down a specific lane. Although MyNuts is in a position where 4ASC are looking to gank him.
Yes, an MKB.
I mean, why not? He had a Mjolnir last game.
He's actually 7-0-13. So 2 consecutive really solid puck performances from MyNuts.
What are with these puck players recently?
I don't know. I feel like almost every puck just goes absolutely insane.
I don't think I've seen a bad puck game.
I've seen maybe like 1 or 2. There was a couple at Dream League, but it was mostly like a team thing. Like the teams like starts losing and then
the puck can't really ball out of control as well. Jerax is gonna get caught out by Snowy. He's probably dead. He's gonna use his snowball, and he might actually get out with the blink. Nope, just kidding. He's dead for 55 with no buyback, and now MATUMBAMAN is doing his best. I don't know if they care at this point. He won't be able to push down these racks as fast as obviously.
I think he actually just pushes too. So although he does have a DD rune, so
tier 3 is going to do significant damage. They do have Glyph though, whereas 4AC don't have that luxury, and I mean they're probably going to exchange racks here, unless Alliance want to keep back home, which they certainly could if they want to. But it looks like they're just going to try to finish this game off.
I'm actually kind of surprised. I think they should actually just defend their mid-Rex, because now they're just trading Rexes.
Well, Trixie's going to get hexed up. Great swap. The Death Ward's going to go in and actually didn't do much there. Now there's going to be a TP back, but MATUMBAMAN jumps in. The Omni Slash going as well. Ghost Scepter onto Ake. The Panda, the Brewlings, the Summons keeping everybody alive for the most part, and they're going to chase after MATUMBAMAN down. And remember, he doesn't have buyback. He's dead for 92. And with that, they probably go for the tier 4 towers. Dual Scepter up onto Trixi. Is he low at all? No, he's still like full health because it's a freaking Bristleback. He's actually impossible to kill. They're still chasing after him. Meanwhile, Minut's Dual Scepter up, Ice Path going. Vaalix has already used his BKB. Jerax is going to try to get out. No such luck there. He's going to fall. Minut's gets the kill, and Snoy is trying to fight into Trixi. They just can't kill him. And they will go for the tier 4s to try to finish this game off. And they're very close to doing so. Desolator, Accelcuros, these towers fall almost instantly, and this should be the end of it, it looks like. And
yeah, so even though MATUMBAMAN was able to get that Rex in the mid lane, it then sort of equalized the number of Rexes to just what it was previously. It's just not enough at this point.
Trixi is almost unkillable. BKB, Snoy's trying to have to fight up against Vaalix. Vaalix is getting low, he's not done yet, and Empty's going to fall instead. And they finally get another kill. They don't pick up Vaalix, they get the tier 4 tower. Trixi's trying his best to stop this push, but in the end, it's going to be Alliance's 2-0 victory here. Unfortunately, it comes a bit too late. They'll finish the season off 6-8, a good effort, but because Complexity, Team Tinker, Grace Pro, and Evil Geniuses all have 8 wins or more, it's not going to matter. And that'll be the end of Alliance's run here in Dota Pit. It's been a fantastic series for them. A fantastic series for 4AC as well, but I gotta say, if Alliance had played like that in the couple of series that they had shots in to get to the playoffs, it could have been a different story. However,